You ever sit in a plane and realize the seat you pick is about to decide your whole day? Maybe even your whole life? I mean, every seat's the same, right? That's what the guy next to me said, all smug, when I asked to switch for 13F by the window. He gave me this look like I was being ridiculous, like just wanting the window meant I thought I was a pilot or something. But I didn't bite. I kept my eyes on the sky and let him have his moment. Minutes later, as we're leveling out, I catch something. A shape, just barely there, closing in. I whisper, "Something's closing in." And right then, the cockpit alarm goes off. The whole cabin freezes. People don't realize it yet, but I'd seen that jet before any radar that I wasn't dressed to impress. Gray sweater, old jeans, hair pulled back loose, no makeup, no jewelry, nothing fancy. I didn't need attention, and honestly, I think that's what made them look twice. The businessman beside me, gold watch and all, had laughed when I asked for the seat. "What's so special about 13F?" he said, loud enough for a few people to chuckle. You know the type, checks his watch more than he breathes. But as the alarm kept blaring, his face lost all its color. Someone across the aisle, a woman in a sharp blazer, fire engine red nails, leans in with that fake friendly tone. "If you're gonna make a scene, honey, at least dress the part." I let her have her moment, too, because honestly, clothes don't fly planes. My voice was low, but it carried, and you could feel the air change. She laughed it off, but I saw her fingers twitch. The businessman tried to keep his game up. Now she's giving fashion advice. But even he wasn't buying it anymore. And if you've ever been in a cabin when the mood turns, you know, it gets heavy. You hear every little click, every nervous cough, and everyone is just waiting for someone else to say what they're all thinking. He leans in again, sharp. "What's that supposed to mean?" "Something's closing in. You trying to freak everyone out." Now, a woman across the aisle, tight perm, pearls, gives me the "young lady, you shouldn't say things like that" routine, all faux concern. That's really just another layer of judgment that I didn't turn. I just kept my eyes out the window, steady. The flight attendant, Mark, with a mustache trimmed so perfect you'd think he was ex-military, tries to step in. "Ma'am, let's keep things calm. Pick your meal, stay seated." He was trying to keep the peace, but he didn't really believe it himself. That's when the drunk guy in the polo shirt stands up, finger pointed at me. "Hey, Missy, you think you're some kind of hero? Sit down." The mood was turning ugly. My hand tightened on my backpack for a heartbeat. Then I let it go. I turned to him, met his eyes, steady as anything. "I'm not in charge, but someone needs to be." His bravado disappeared like it never existed. The woman with pearls clucked her tongue, shaking her head. Mark, the flight attendant, hovered, unsure if he should throw me out or thank me. And then, the captain's voice, tight and urgent. "We've detected a high-speed contact on radar." That hit like a punch. Everyone's whispering, craning to see out the windows, and suddenly that businessman, his gold watch glinting, is looking at me like I called the jet in. A teenage girl is asking her mom, "What's happening?" And her mom just stares at me, like maybe I've got the answers she never wanted to hear. Mark tells everyone to stay in their seats, but you can see his hands shaking. The young mom with a toddler turns to me, voice soft. "You said something was coming. What did you see?" But before I can say anything, the blazer lady snaps. "Don't encourage her. She's just looking for attention." The mom shrinks back, clutching her kid. I reach into my backpack, pull out a little metal plain keychain, and hand it to the toddler. "Hold on to this," I say quietly. The mom's hands are trembling as she takes it. The businessman scoffs, but it's like he's convincing himself now, not anyone else. He tries again. "What's next? You going to fly the plane?" A couple of nervous laughs, but I just meet his eyes, "If I need to." That shut him up. The air gets heavier, suspicion thickening. Another flight attendant comes over, clipboard in hand, and tells me to stop talking about things I don't understand. Upsetting the other passengers, you know? She gestures to a group of elderly folks who are clutching their armrests like I'm the turbulence. I meet her eyes, calm as ever. "I understand more than you think." The tension is a living thing now. A few minutes later, the captain comes back on, and you can hear the fear in his voice. "We've confirmed a fighter jet approaching at extreme speed. We're in communication with air traffic control." That sets the cabin off. People are yelling, praying, panicking. Someone points at me. She said this was coming. How did she know? It's turning into a witch hunt. A guy in a hoodie stands up, voice shaking. She's got to be working with them. Why else would she know? The mom with the toddler clutches the keychain tighter. I meet the student's eyes, sit down. And he does. Nobody's laughing now. The flight attendant wants to restrain me. Another passenger yells, "Throw her off the plane." An old man in tweed stands. I've been flying 50 years, never seen anything like this. She's not normal. I meet his eyes, tilt my head. Normal doesn't stop jets. The captain's voice comes again. "Ma'am in 13F, please come to the cockpit." You could hear a pin drop. Every eye is on me as I get up, backpack over my shoulder, walking that aisle like it's a runway and a firing squad at the same time. I in the cockpit. The captain's sweating. "How did you know?" I lean over the radar. "Let me talk to them." I say, and he, God bless him, lets me. I flip the frequency like it's muscle memory. Shadow 3 reporting. "Identify yourself." There's this beat of dead air. Then, "Shadow 3, this is Shadow 3. Stand down." The captain almost drops the mic. That unit was decommissioned 5 years ago. The co-pilot just stares at me. "Who the hell are you?" But I'm already leaving. Back in the cabin, people are buzzing, some angry, some terrified, some just lost. One businessman yells, "She's probably a hacker." I look at him. "You're welcome to try the radio." He doesn't. A flight attendant with a bun gets in my face. "Shadow 3 doesn't exist anymore." She's lying. People shout, panic rising. The captain's voice is weak. "If she's wrong, we'll be shot down." Chaos explodes. I slide back into 13F, hands on my backpack, tracing a patch on the strap, a military insignia, old and faded. A little boy turns around. "Miss, do you know how to fly jets?" I look at him, and for a second, my heart actually aches. "I used to," I say, gentle but firm. The crowd goes silent. The woman in the blazer snaps, "Don't talk to her. She's dangerous." The boy's face falls. Out the window, the jet tilts its wing. The captain's voice, stunned. "They saluted her." The whole plane freezes. Then, just like that, the jet pulls alongside as an escort. Nobody talks for a long minute. Then the stories start. Theories, rumors, whispers. As we land in London, the media is waiting, hungry. "Who are you? Why did the military salute you?" Angry passengers shout. "She's no ordinary traveler." The little boy tugs his mom's sleeve. "Miss, are you a pilot?" I pause, and for the first time, I let them in, just a little. I was a test pilot for the stealth program, Shadow. On paper, I died in an accident 5 years ago. Pandemonium. Cameras, reporters, passengers in shock. The captain stands off to the side, whispering, "The ghost of the skies." I don't stick around. I walk out of there with my head up, blending into the crowd. People post videos, stories go viral. The businessman, his name's Richard, gets fired after his comments blow up online. Margaret, the Pearl Lady, is too embarrassed to show her face at book club. Sarah, the flight attendant with the bun, gets grounded. Claire, the blazer woman, loses her followers. Greg, the polo guy, loses his friends. The mom with the toddler keeps the keychain, tells the story for years. It becomes a quiet legend in their family. But me? I don't need applause, don't need to prove a thing. The story of 13F lives on in whispers, in the way it makes people wonder about the quiet ones, the ones who see what nobody else does. It's for the ones judged too quickly, the ones who hold their truth in silence until the world is finally forced to listen. You don't have to shout for your truth to matter. You just have to stand your ground. Keep your eyes on the horizon, and let the world catch up when it's ready. So tell me, where are you watching from? Drop a comment below. What's your take on truth, on justice, on the ones who get overlooked? Hit that follow, and let's keep walking through the real stories, the heartbreak, the betrayals, the healing. Because your story matters, too.